Everybody, welcome to another Instagram Live with Advisors in the GAG. My name is Pat Harvey. I'm a study abroad advisor at CIS Abroad. So what I do is I work with students before they go overseas. I think I'm upside down here. Yeah, that's a little better. I work with students before they go overseas and help them choose a program. Today, I will be speaking with our site director over in Vietnam, Thanh, and she works with all the students over there. She's going to talk a little bit more about the program and what to expect when students arrive. In just a moment, I'll have her join, and we'll chat for like 15 minutes and talk more about the program. Anybody joining in, feel free to comment below with any questions, and we'll do our best to answer them. All right, bear with me for one moment, and we'll start up.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect. Am I coming through okay?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So,
good morning.
good evening from us. I realize it's pretty early there, so thank you again for taking the time.
Yeah, no worry, my pleasure. Good morning from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
So I just introduced myself. So would you mind just telling anybody joining in who you are and kind of what your role is when students arrive?
Yeah, sure. My name is Thanh. I'm the site director from CIS Abroad in Vietnam. So my role is welcoming all the student and intern when they arrive in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And for my position, I will arrange airport pickup for some students. If the schedule is suitable for my schedule, I do go to the airport to meet them by myself. I will arrange orientation section for them to know more about Ho Chi Minh City, about Vietnam, how the daily life of Vietnamese, about culture, Vietnamese cultures, and share everything that I know about Vietnam and how they can live and study or work here, enjoy their experience here. And I will arrange activities, excursion, cultural activities for them. And I'll be there for them 24/7 here. If they have any emergency case, they can call me and I will arrange everything. I'll be here with them through their program here. Yeah.
So when students arrive, I know you have a few students on site now. When students arrive, can you talk about like the first 24 hours? So like what happens? Do they go to their housing? Do they see the university?
Yeah, sure. It's not exactly 24 hours because many American flights come to Vietnam really late, some or very early in the morning, like at midnight or 2 a.m. So actually we call the first few days like 1 or 2 days. So as I just mentioned, we will arrange airport pickup, or I will meet them myself, and we will bring them to the housing. In Vietnam we call that service apartment. So we bring them to the apartment, and then depend on the timing, they will have some time to rest. And when they get ready and when they get better, we will bring them to see around the area, bring them to the supermarket, the mall to get something that they need, or some snack, water. And I will help them with the SIM card, the local SIM card, or other communication apps in Vietnam. And for intern, we do have partners in Vietnam who do the placement for the students. So they will arrange a local buddy program. So during the first 24 hours, the student will meet their local buddy who they already meet online before. So they will meet in person. And then we together with the local buddy, we will show them around the area. For the students who study in RMIT, our host university, they do have the local buddy, and usually the local buddy will meet the student at the airport. So every student come to Vietnam will have 1 to 2 local buddy, and together with us, I mean me and the partners in Vietnam, we have many layers that we can support the student. And then after that will be the orientation, which is very important for the student. So they have few orientation from the university, from me myself, and the partners who arrange the placement for the student, for interns. Yeah.
Perfect. And are the buddies with the students or interact with the students the entire time the students are there?
Yes. Yes, mostly for the weekend because they are students. So during the week they have classes, but the weekend they will hang out. And if we have excursion, usually we invite the local buddy as well, and they chit chat. If they have anything, they can share each other, and they can ask me, or sometimes the student prefer to ask their local buddy. They've been trained, and they know they are local students, so and fluently in English. So we have many layers that students can rely on. Yeah.
Can you talk about the housing for study abroad students, like where it is and kind of how it, I guess, where it is compared to the university? How far away is it from the university?
Yes. For the summer and semester students, the university is at District 7 of Ho Chi Minh City. So they have a course in District 7, working distance, maximum 20 minutes walk, usually from 10 to 15 minutes walk to the uni. So it's very convenient. And District 7 is a very safe and very modern area of Ho Chi Minh City. So and that is the area for many expat communities. So it's very international communities there, and this is a very new area of Ho Chi Minh City. So it open place, many park, and easy for students to walk around. Yeah. And for the housing, as I just mentioned in our early before, like the apartments, they have the kitchens, and some have the students can have their own washing machine. They do, if they don't have washing machine, the apartment will provide the laundry service, and they will do the room service twice or 3 times per week for the student. So it's very convenient for the intern as well. The apartment will have room service for them, which is they clean the room and they will do the laundry for them. Yeah.
And so that's 2 to 3 times a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow. That's nice. I assume the apartments have internet as well?
Yes, everything is included, internet. They usually have common area downstairs, so the guests can, the friends of the student can come and stay there. And usually they have balcony, so they can go upstairs and have barbecues or something on the balcony. Yeah, on the rooftop. Yeah.
Are there a lot of like grocery stores and restaurants around the apartments?
Yeah, we usually choose a place that near many convenience for places for students, like supermarket, convenience store, pharmacies, yeah, and local shops, restaurants. Yeah.
Do people tend to eat out a lot rather than cook for them?
I believe so, because your students usually want to try as much as they can the local cuisine. So, and the food in Vietnam very fresh, and the cost is very reasonable. So they usually eat out. For breakfast, they usually eat before they go to work or go to uni. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what is one food that you think every student should try when they go to Vietnam? Is there anything in particular you think that kind of food that you should try?
You mean in about cuisine or in general?
Yeah, just like anything that you think that if a student wants to try something new, something that you encourage them to try.
In Vietnam, Vietnam is very new to the world, so Vietnam is very new for most of our students. They usually come with no expectation, so for them every day is very new. So I encourage them like engage more with the local area, local people or the local student. So try whatever they think they may like. So maybe the food, new food every day, on watch the Vietnamese television. So maybe it's very new for them, and try our local apps. We are still developing country, but compared with the other countries, we developed our online system or online networking is not that bad. I think they can try. Yeah. And our service, like Asian service, we proud of that. So usually most of the shop open very late. So usually students think at that line nothing open, but not true. In Asia, especially in Ho Chi Minh City, shop open until 10 p.m. So the nightlife is very interesting as well.
My next question is about RMT. Is it a very big school?
It's not that big compared with American college, but I think it's the middle range, the uni. They in a very open area, so very tropical atmosphere. So they're very beautiful and very different with the rest of our public university. And I had experience with their campus in Melbourne before. I think they're even more nicer than their original campus in Melbourne. Yeah.
Are there a lot of international students who attend?
Yes, they have more and more international students, especially Australian, because they are Australian international in Vietnam. The second group is Korean, because District 7 has a big Korean community. So there are many Korean from South Korea come to RMIT. And the third one is Japanese, because the biggest, the second biggest community in District 7 is Japanese. Yeah, and many Europeans as well. Yeah.
Do you see a lot of like other American study abroad students, or not that many yet?
We have for now, Vietnam is a very new market of CIS. We just opened for 2 years now. For now, we have I believe 6 summer students, and we are having our first semester student now in Vietnam. For intern, we have a lot, like 6 already. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you talk a little bit about the types of excursions that might be possible for students to go on?
Yeah, sure. During that program, we will introduce many activities, cultural activity and excursion for them. The first one will be the water puppet show. That's very unique in the world. The puppet will show on water, so it's very traditional of Vietnamese culture. One of the best show of our country. And then we will arrange one-day excursion with our partners in Vietnam or RMIT. Usually that will be Mekong Delta, which is the south of Ho Chi Minh City. And the student will have a chance to visit our floating markets, very traditional on the boats. And many historical sites like Củ Chi Tunnel, many museums during their city tour with local buddies. We have cooking day, cooking class with a professional chef, included with morning section. They will go to the traditional market to pick up the ingredients and then go back to the restaurant to have a cooking section with their friends. We do have many Vietnamese cultural combined with contemporary dance in our opera house. Very interesting. And we do have weekly meet-up lunch or dinner, which is every 2 or 3 weeks. We will meet together. I will arrange meet-up dinner or lunch for all the CIS students, not only the intern, with the student and local buddies as well, for us to chit chat, have lunch, and or dinner together and share any difficulties, anything that they may have questions that they don't have time to chat with me online. They can save, and then we talk during the lunch or dinner. Yeah.
Perfect. That sounds awesome. Kind of on the subject of travel, is it very easy to get around Vietnam if someone wants to like travel away from Ho Chi Minh City?
Yes, we are a small country compared with the state, so it's very convenient to travel around, and the flight ticket or the train ticket have very reasonable rates. Mm-hmm. So on the orientation, we already mentioned we have a few sections that we share with them about the some apps that can check economic flights or train, and we suggest many destinations, many provinces around Ho Chi Minh City that they can visit on 3 days, 2 nights during their weekend. And we are there for them if they need our help with arranging or booking anything. So Ho Chi Minh City is around by many beaches, many highlands, and even they can go up to the center or the north of Vietnam if they arrange well. Yeah.
Can you travel outside of Vietnam very easily, like to a nearby country?
Yeah, sure. Vietnam is among Southeast Asia, with these 10 countries, so we are neighbors with many famous spots with tourists like Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. So travel around this area very convenient. Even you can go to Cambodia or Laos by bus. Mm-hmm. So very convenient, and they can do it 3 days, 1 night, 3 days, 2 nights. During the weekend, they can go to Thailand or many other site visits, tourist sites in this area. Yeah.
It sounds like that might be possible for a lot of students to do. That's awesome.
Yes, and I had many students before they did that, and our American students in Thailand, they travel to Vietnam too. Yeah.
Perfect. What is as we kind of close up here, what is the weather like over there? Like I know it'll probably vary, but for this, I guess we'll start with this upcoming spring and into summer. Is it a rainy season and dry season?
We are in the south of Vietnam, so we don't have 4 seasons. We just have dry and rainy season. So the rainy season is usually from April to now to October. It depends on the year. So this year we have late rainy season, so it's still raining now. But in average, it's from April to late September or October, and then from October to April next year is our dry season. But in general, we are tropical weather, so and the humidity is very high. So usually people will get wet a lot if they work or doing activity outside. But this is a part of the experience with the tropical weather. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I think I'll end it there. We are still, for anybody tuning in, we're still accepting students for the spring semester. We've extended the deadline to November 15th, I believe. So there's still time. And if anybody has any questions, they can feel free to talk to the advisors of McGAC. If we don't have the answer, we can get a hold of the site director for you. Tom, thank you so much for taking the time today, or this morning for you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
See you soon in Vietnam.
We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too.